Hello, judges and everyone. In this occasion, we will talk about how to sustain the sustainable fashion, the marketing, production, and technology perspectives. Let me introduce our team, which named Vanilla Team. There are Vanesia, Lela, and me, Natasha. First, just look at these two illustrations. Which one do you think is better? Exactly the right picture, right? So, that right picture is the sustainability fashion concept, which is very eco-friendly fashion, and the left picture is fast fashion concept, which is the mass production and low-cost fashion, which doesn't really care about the environmental impacts from its productions. So, what exactly is sustainability fashion? Sustainability fashion, or we can call it SF, is the concept of garment and clothing production that is eco-friendly and has good ethics to support the survival of the workers who are involved in every steps of its production. The SF business process generally starts with designing clothes, determining sustainable materials, processing these materials according to the planned design, packaging them, and distributing them to consumers to be used. Now, the question is, what things that distinguish SF from fast fashion? Basically, there are four differences. First, SF clothes have a longer lifespan because it is made from eco-friendly materials. Besides, SF also encourages the zero waste techniques in its process. Next, in order to reduce environmental damage during material processing, several eco-friendly processing practices are used in SF. In addition, at the end of its life cycle, the clothes are expected to be reused, and if it is thrown away, it can be decomposed by nature quickly and eco-friendly. If we have already known what is the concept about SF, then what are the benefits of it? First, SF benefits the planet because it can overcome some problems that come from fast fashion. For the first problem here about the global carbon emissions, SF overcomes it by using eco-friendly materials and reducing energy or using renewable energy. For the second problem, which is global water pollution issue, SF overcomes it by avoids using chemical dyes that can pollute the environment and using natural dyes instead of it. Next, about the solid waste in landfill, the solution from SF is by applying the principle of reuse and recycle of leftover goods from the textile industry. And the last, which is the problems about the biodiversity, SF overcomes it by sourcing the animal skin or fur from the meat industry and also using fish skin as a substitute of crocodile and snake skin when making exotic fashion products. Next, we'll talk about the benefits to the people. Fast fashion sometimes doesn't empower their employees by giving low wage and unsafe working conditions. SF overcomes this issue by offering living wage and also safety and comfortness at work to empower their employees. However, there are some problems that arise from SF, which is high cost due to high quality materials required to create the products and also paying the living wage. The second problem is decreasing revenue due to COVID-19 pandemic, which causing the low purchasing power of buyers since there is decreasing in society's income.
First, we need to tackle about the issue of high cost production of the sustainable fashion product. Designers can save a huge amount of money by reducing the material waste by implementing a zero waste design. Using the material waste can firstly be done by the pattern making process. Pattern making is an important step for deciding how much material or fabrics a designer used and how much left to be disposed. In 2020, Royal College of Art graduate Daniel Elsner has made a project on reducing material waste by 15% by creating a toolkit named AO2 system, or also known as the code. She has made the zero waste cutting pattern for pants, shirt, and dress, and she has generously made it open source and available for anyone to download it for free. The conventional way of pattern cutting only make the part of the clothes one by one and put it in the paper before they attach it to the fabric that they want to sew. The distance between the cutting pattern in the conventional way, unfortunately, in the end, be the material waste. The pattern that Elsner has made in the right side photo illustrate the zero waste method because there are only small gaps between the pattern, so that the fabric waste is very small. To make it easily implemented for many people and automating, Elsner transformed the pattern she made into a solid tool that resembled the pattern. This tool can be attached to the fabric for making the clothes that finally have the zero waste garments. There is a more advanced way how brands can maintain the accountability of cost and sustainability of the product that they sell. Blockchain for fashion. Blockchain is a decentralized and distributed ledger that stores transactions sequentially. It makes it possible for a company to track down the entire supply chain of their production, from materials from supplier to process in the manufacturer, in the distribution, and to the official retailer or brand. The first fashion product that can be tracked by using blockchain was Danish designer Martin Jelgaard's jumper. The process of production, such as alpaca shearing in the British alpaca fashion farm, spinning at Rivers Mill, knitting at Mr. LDN, and finally used as at Martin Jelgaard London, can be tracked on Flow blockchain using the code that can show all of its process history in detail, like in the picture in the slide. Because blockchain provides transparency from the material use, labor force, and environmental concern as they put the information from the raw process until it becomes finished goods, greenwashers and sustainable scam brand that claims its products have sustainable process only for false imaging to gain the public's trust, con false claim about their production process. Because blockchain can give the unpretty information about whether they use child labor or underpaid workers, and whether they use materials of hazardous chemical that spoil the environment, and etc.
First, we will focus on sales marketing. The campaign on sustainability fashion itself should be further enhanced. This campaign must be done nicely to the society. The public must be more educated to understand more about the importance of sustainable fashion for the balance of this earth. This way, if the existing sustainable fashion brand can intensify promotion on social media, such as advertising and using influencers on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and etc. In addition, sustainability fashion brand can also intensify cooperation with the various fashion week in order to introduce their production to the public. And next, in addition, the quality and of this fashion product must be improved and adapted to the current condition. For example, in this COVID-19 pandemic, most people tend to spend more time at home, which makes the current fashion trend casual and loose wear. This because besides being fashionable, people really prioritize comfortness with doing their activities. And to intensify the public awareness of sustainable fashion, virtual showroom and 3D digital catalog can be used by sustainable fashion brand to promote and market their product in a wider region of audiences. Brands can adopt this new landscape of online marketing by providing their videos and 360 degrees image of the product in the virtual showroom. After seeing the virtual show of the product, customer can short filter and segment the product and the 3D digital catalog based on their preferences, materials, style, and color. And also, a sustainability brand can also add by artificial intelligence or AI as fashion advisor robot for their customer. AI can help buyers to choose a product that suits them well by giving the information to the robot or chatbot about their skin tone, hair color, eye color, height, weight, and etc. After having provided the physical description of the customer, AI can formulate an avatar of the customer and give advice about the suitable product for them. And if we analyze when the sustainability fashion business is developing, then the number of investors to this business will increase since the sustainability fashion is growing rapidly. If so, the sustainability fashion business will have more capital to buy more materials for doing the mass production. The increase in output allows the firm to obtain a decreasing average cost. Production become more efficient because of the spread of fixed costs over a number of products. A decrease in cost of output causes the price per unit to be lower as well. Therefore, if sustainable fashion is grow rapidly, then this business can hire more employees, which is very beneficial for society and economic aspect. Finally, for the customer, it's hopes that this can make sustainability fashion product, which initially tend to have high price, but later will have lower price and able to reach all the levels of society. And for of this, we can conclude that sustainability fashion can be featured in the fashion industry and also be one of the solutions to our environmental and social problem. In the short term, the sustainability fashion business should focus on how to increase sales by intensifying campaign of sustainability fashion, keep making the 10 fashion product which are comfortable and fashionable and adapt the technology to help them reach the market. The sustainability fashion business also try to reduce cost by minimizing pattern and design, so the price of sustainability fashion can be slowly decreased. And in the long term, when the sustainability grows rapidly, it will increase the number of investors and reduce the cost by economic of scale, so that product can reach all the level of society. However, all these things will be perfectly implemented if we, as the customer, realize how important sustainable fashion is in our life and we are willing to make it as our lifestyle. Thank you.